A vicious beatdown.
Where you can see the fear in Abyss's eyes. He's being dragged to the ring.
Anytime, that's got to be Christian, doesn't it?
He was lying in wait the whole time.
Oh, my
Look at
God.
Abyss. He's a bloody mess, Mike.
Bloody mess, look at his arm.
A brutal assault.
Just sent him back first, right into the broken glass. We thought the last beating of Abyss was brutal, but this one's even sicker. And who or what is under the ring?
We're gonna hang a contract up over that ring for a match. You versus Abyss at Hard Justice. If you get the contract, you never have to fight Abyss again. But if Abyss or Sting gets the contract, you fight Abyss at Hard Justice, and he gets to pick the rules.
What? That's Andrew Martin.
Look at this. He's helping out Abyss and Sting. There's a new enforcer in TNA. The Punisher, Andrew Martin.
Now, redemption is at hand.
The Doomsday Chamber of Blood match. It's gonna take place inside the 6 sides of steel. There's gonna be barbed wire wrapped around the top, post to post and corner to corner.
6 sides of steel. Razor sharp, barbed wire. Justice will be served cold, hard, and bloody.
If you try to get out, by the time you get on the other side, you'll look like 3 bowls of shredded wheat.
Christian Cage, Tomko, and the phenomenal AJ Styles wage war with the monster Abyss, Sting, and the Punisher, Andrew Martin.
Before you can pin a man, you gotta make him bleed.
Someone will be broken, someone will bleed. Blood, sweat, fears.
Cage. Tonight. Retribution.
The Doomsday Chamber of Blood. Who will survive the Doomsday Chamber of Blood? Tomko, the phenomenal AJ Styles, and the instant classic Christian Cage face the icon Sting, the Punisher Andrew Martin, and the monster Abyss.
Gentlemen, tonight is the Doomsday Chamber of Blood. Violence has the potential to reach all-time highs.
The Doomsday Chamber of Blood. Does that name sound as ridiculous to you guys as it does to me? Does it? Huh? We're talking about a 15-foot-high steel cage wrapped in barbed wire. What else is going on inside that sick mind of yours, huh, Biz? What else? What else you got? Thumbtacks? Glass? Tables? Chairs? This fun for you? This is fun for you? And a match where you have to be bleeding in order to get pinned. Well, I'll tell you this much. If 1 ounce of blood happens to be shed by AJ Styles tonight, I'm holding you, Abyss, you personally responsible. Because I'll tell you this much. No blood is going to drip from this gorgeous forehead right here. And barbed wire or no barbed wire, I guarantee you this. The champ is leaving the cage as the #1 contender. Tonight, I'm out of here.
Hey, Tomko. What do you think he was talking about? AJ bleeding and AJ's blood. Because me and you both know I'm not bleeding tonight. Look what I got.
You know what? You still don't get it, do you? These stop the bleeding. They don't prevent it.
Well, I can tell you this much. If Christian's getting out of that cage, I'm going to be right behind him. Yeah.
Good luck. Good luck.
Tenay and West back at ringside, and wow, Hard Justice, Pac-Man Jones stirring up that TNA locker room without question, Don. And want to remind you that still to come tonight, Kurt Angle versus Samoa Joe. It's all or nothing. It's winner takes all, but up next, yes, wait a minute. You hearing this, Don?
Yes, something in the back.
Through my headset. The truck has advised us we've got a camera in the back. What's going on here?
It's Pac-Man, and there's blood. You can see blood over the right eye.
I mean, this is a very serious situation.
What in the world?
Think about this, Don. Think of those contractual issues that just allowed Pac-Man to be here tonight. This was that situation that we didn't want to have go down.
Well, we heard Brothers True Killings. He warned him. He said there are people in the back, and he would be first in line, and they did. Pac-Man went in the back, and they took it out on him.
You know how the locker room is going to react. This is a dog-eat-dog situation around here, and you've got the livelihoods of a lot of wrestlers affected by Pac-Man Jones signing with TNA, plain and simple.
Oh, it is. It's just one of those things that you knew there wasn't going to be enough security here to keep people off of him, and it was bound to end up that way, and you could see the cut over the eye, and it looked like he was holding his left shoulder too.
What did you say earlier? You called him a lightning rod?
Yes.
I think that just proves it, doesn't it?
Oh, it does. No doubt about it.
We're going to stay on top of this story. Pac-Man Jones has been laid out in the back here at Hard Justice. It's time for Doomsday.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hard Justice continues with the Doomsday Chamber of Blood match. Introducing team number 1. First, from Tampa, Florida, by way of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the Instant Classic, Christian Cage. His tag team partner from Gainesville, Georgia, the phenomenal AJ Styles. And from Jacksonville, Florida, Tomko.
Yes, Christian leads his coalition to the ring for the Doomsday Chamber of Blood matchup. Don, think back over the past few months. Think back to all the pain and punishment that this trio has laid out to Abyss. At the same time, consider how Abyss has gained revenge in small part against Tomko and Styles. He wants to get his hands on Christian Cage tonight.
And ladies and gentlemen, introducing team number 2 first. He stands 6 feet 8 inches tall, weighs 350 pounds. He is the monster, Abyss!
We see Abyss coming down the ramp with the bag of either tacks or glass or both or whatever. But the great thing about the Doomsday Chamber of Blood, Abyss earned the right to pick this match, to name it. And it's a chance where he can get Christian and Christian's coalition cornered inside the 6 sides of steel, because there's nowhere for him to run and nowhere for him to hide.
The victory in the recent ladder match on Impact by Abyss and Sting gave him control, as we see. During that dark entrance, that was the perfect opportunity for Christian's coalition to attack, and that's just what they've done here on the Monster Abyss.
Well, you had to realize that Christian would take the fight to the Monster Abyss, and while they got it 3-on-1, and now the Punisher, Andrew Martin, coming out. He's going to have to get out there quick, or they're going to take the fight to Abyss and maybe put him out of this match before it gets started.
It's the new enforcer. It's the Punisher, Andrew Martin, the man who was recruited to TNA by Abyss and Sting for just this purpose, to even the score.
Oh, he is. He just went right at him and able to pull everybody off. Pull everybody off of Abyss, but now the numbers game is, whoa, nice shot there by the Punisher, Andrew Martin, right on Christian.
You see that the cage has been set up, the 6 sides of steel, the barbed wire wrapped around the top to prevent escape. As the blackout occurs here at Hard Justice, which usually signifies one thing and one man.
Well, we're waiting to see which ton of Sting's going to come out. Wait a minute, Sting is already inside the Doomsday Chamber of Blood, and he nails Tomko right there with the chair. What a way to start it off.
I love this. We have watched Christian and his coalition take it to Abyss and Sting month after month, but now in recent weeks, we've seen them be preemptive with the strike. We've seen Abyss and Sting take the upper hand because of recruiting somebody just like the Punisher, Andrew Martin, and now we see Sting get that first blow in with that great shot with that steel chair.
Think about the main stipulation in this match. You have, whoa!
Look out!
Oh, man, it's Sting! Just smashed Tomko's face, and Tomko's bleeding. I just saw it right here. Tomko is bleeding as he got smashed onto the table.
God.
And that's the important, as I was getting ready to say. The only way you can win this match is you have to pin your opponent, but your opponent has to be bleeding. And Tomko is already busted open. May have happened with that chair shot from Sting at the beginning. May have happened when he smashed him here on the table. But Tomko right now could be pinned.
That's a situation, Don, that we're going to have to stay on top of. As you're right, Sting continues the assault, the beat down on Tomko right in front of us as we see Abyss. Oh! Abyss moved those steel steps out of the way, and out of nowhere, the phenomenal AJ Styles came flying out the cage door and landing right on the Monster Abyss.
I'll tell you, this is going to be one of those, well, you watch those steel steps as they're turned over. They can become a wicked weapon. Oh. As you can see, Christian Cage, I think, realized it, trying to get Sting over to it. Sting uses that momentum to force him out of the way, but how about the, oh! Man, Sting able to get the fingers up and catch the gate before it hit him.
Tomko back to his feet. Big shot to the top of the head of Sting. Yes, you must bleed before you're pinned, and we're going to try and keep track and keep score of that. So far, Tomko's been opened up. And Don, also one other stipulation.
Right.
The winner of this match, oh, God, Cage going right in Sting's face, courtesy of Tomko.
The winner of this match, Mike, is what you were going to say, becomes the #1 contender and gets the heavyweight shot at No Surrender at the next pay-per-view, whoever wins the match coming up later on tonight.
You're right. That individual, that wrestler who scores the pin, gets that title shot next month against either Samoa Joe or Kurt Angle at our No Surrender event. You see there,
yes.
The referee says that Andrew Martin, the Punisher, that pin is not valid because he's not yet been bleeding.
We got something going on backstage, Mike. Look at what's this. Look at this.
Adam Pac-Man Jones, and you can see down that he's got the neck brace on. He's been put onto a stretcher, and he's being loaded into an ambulance in the back.
Oh, he's got him strapped on there, and we're going to try to get more information as we can, but Adam Pac-Man Jones being taken out in an ambulance.
The man who is the lightning rod has recently signed with TNA. He was attacked backstage after the in-ring interview, and now he is being stretchered out and put in an ambulance and taken from the impact zone.
You can see Christian Cage thinking about climbing over the top, but look at all that barbed wire. You go out with your own risk, and you look at that cage, and we've talked about it so many times. There's no give with the six-sided ring. It makes it that much more taut, and that means it's easier to bleed when you get your head raked over it. And look at Tomko, chair shot after chair shot, and Sting is still outside, not able to get in and help, and they're not letting him get in.
Yeah, that's the key. Tomko, as you see, and Christian both putting all of their weight and hanging on that cage door to prevent Sting from coming into the ring.
As he's trying to get through, he's got the door open, but he's taking a beating in the process, and they kick him right back outside. And look at this. They shut the cage again, and it's such a numbers advantage inside the Doomsday Chamber of Blood.
Styles,
they locked him out.
Styles and Christian taking that big chain and wrapping it around the door, and you're right, Sting's been locked out of the cage. Now it's 3-on-2. Now they have that numbers advantage.
What is Sting going to do? There's one way he could get in, but oh man, it's going to cost him. He'd have to climb over the top, and that barbed wire is sure to make him bleed. And you can see now the Monster Abyss taking it from AJ Styles, and this master plan of Christian Cage's is going to perfection.
If you think about this, Abyss put that barbed wire into play so that the Coalition couldn't escape the six sides of steel. But it comes back to haunt him because now Sting can't scale the cage and get inside the six sides.
Man, Christian reached into the bag, pulled out the glass, and he's cutting Abyss. He's setting him up. He took one of the pieces of broken jagged glass. Christian did, and he just rubbed it across the head of the Monster Abyss, and I believe Abyss may be busted. I can't see yet.
Yeah, you're right. We don't have any proof of it yet, but now we do. There's the close. Oh, and he just took that jagged glass, and after scraping it across his forehead and opening him up, he took it and he sliced his arm.
Oh, here it goes. Think about this. Tomko could be pinned. We know for sure Abyss can be pinned. And you saw the wicked chair shot on the Punisher, Andrew Martin, but Sting has got to find a way to get in to help, Mike. What is he going to do?
I don't have any idea. This is a situation here where this stipulation that the brainchild of Abyss has come back to haunt him and the Punisher, Andrew Martin, as AJ has got the chair. Oh, look at the blood just flowing out of the top of the head of Abyss.
Oh, Abyss, this is something that's backfired on him. I mean, he probably thought about this in his warped mind and dreamed about a chance of getting the revenge, and it's all going against him. But keep in mind, Tomko is vulnerable. But Christian and AJ Styles, they're free and clear, and they can go right after either Abyss or the Punisher, Andrew Martin, and that's where their sights are forced on right now.
Abyss just a bloody mess, trying to get up in the corner, trying to use the ring ropes to assist himself as Andrew Martin is trying to fight back here. But I mean, Abyss is just covered, his face covered in blood, his arm streaming blood, as we see Sting coming around.
And look, I don't know, it looks like he's got something in his hands as he's climbing up to the top. It's some kind of wire cutter.
Exactly. It's a wire cutter, and he's cutting loose the barbed wire. That's the only way that he's going to be able to get inside the six sides of steel.
He's moving it aside so that he can get in, and now look at this. Coming up to meet him is Christian to stop him, and he cracks AJ Styles, and you can see AJ, going up to stop him, and
I think Sting just hit Styles in the head with those wire cutters, moves the barbed wire away, and Sting is up in that precarious position.
Oh, he's in no man's land up there, but look at this. He's able to knock Tomko out of the way, and he's able to get inside. Now, can he get himself in any kind of position to help out Abyss and Andrew Martin?
Incredible perseverance by the Icon Sting, and from that top rope, the face jam sends Styles to the mat, and down goes Christian.
What a move there by Sting as he was focused and determined, and boy did AJ Styles pay the price from the top.
Now that it's evened up, at least 3 bodies against 3 bodies, even though Abyss has been laid out in the corner as we see Christian. There's the Stinger splash. Caught both Christian and Tomko in the corner.
Sting now makes the sides even, and it's got to be a moral victory anyway, but you got to keep in mind, the more the blood flows from Abyss, the weaker he's going to be. It's bleeding a lot worse than it is on Tomko, as Abyss so far has taken the worst damage. But look at him. Pure adrenaline, pure emotion.
Chokeslam attempt by Abyss on Tomko. Cut off by Tomko. Oh, did you see that?
Just bent the chair right there by putting his body in it. And look at AJ. Goes up to the top rope. Frog splash.
And of course,
one.
Christian from the other side, frog splash. This pin is legit too. No.
Look at the strength of Abyss. Just literally just using his strength and just throwing Christian up into the air. Oh no.
Yeah, he's got the bag. And he's going to spread out all of that broken glass, all the shreds of glass that he used earlier as a weapon to open up and to cut Abyss's arm and head.
And we know the damage it can do. We can see it. But now Abyss, he had Christian.
He was going to choke slam him in the glass, wasn't he?
What a kick! The Punisher, Andrew Martin, kicked that chair right into Tomko's head.
Tomko feels that glass on the way down as he made contact with the canvas. You see that Christian Cage is trying to escape, trying to go through that opening where Sting cut the barbed wire at the top of the cage with those wire cutters, but now Sting cuts him off.
Well, Sting did. He cuts him off, and now Christian Cage has got an opening as he's trying to escape and get out. And he is, and you can see AJ Styles going right after him, and Christian helping him out. Oh man, they're gonna leave Tomko. Oh, but AJ gets pulled back in. And isn't it just like Christian Cage, Mike?
Of course it is. Christian escapes the cage and starts to back up the ramp as Styles is fired off into the corner by the Punisher, Andrew Martin.
Oh, there is no chance as Tomko's knocked down. Look at this. Christian Cage is gonna walk out and just leave the lambs to slaughter inside. Oh, what a chicken, you know what.
You're not kidding. At the same time, Don, that pick. Oh, there it was. Black hole slam by Abyss on Styles. Back first into the glass.
And he's bleeding, and it's over.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners, the Punisher, Andrew Martin, the Monster Abyss, and Sting.
And in the process, Don, Abyss becomes the #1 contender for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, and we now know that Abyss gets the title shot against the winner of Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle.
It was his brainchild, Mike. Think about it, how appropriate was it for Abyss to get the pin when he put the match together, but I still think of that coward Christian Cage getting out and leaving his buddies in there.
He's gutless. He's absolutely gutless. Abyss